So hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Peak District. This is somewhere that I haven't been in a while. It only really sort of occurred to me as I was driving here. I haven't been to the Peaks in ages, so it's lovely to be back. And this week I've come to a place called the Roaches, which is actually on the sort of western side of the Peak District National Park, which is great because living in Shropshire, it's only about an hour's drive for me to get. It's really close to home. Usually when I come to the Peak District, I always seem to be closer towards Sheffield on the other side, or Central Peak District, something like that. So yeah, it's nice to be on this side of the Peak District for once. And this is an area that I've never explored. And I've come here with a little bit of an open mind. I haven't done too much research. I haven't looked at too many photographs. I just know that this is a very photogenic place. It's a great place to come with your camera if you're on the hunt for some decent landscapes and stuff. So yeah, it's looking glorious weather-wise, as you can probably see behind me. Absolutely stunning, some really beautiful winter sunlight just painting the landscape there off in the distance. So, you know, fingers crossed that sticks around for the rest of the afternoon and hopefully onto sunset as well. We get some nice light. We've also had, I'd say over the last 2 or 3 days, we've had a little bit of snowfall up here as well, just in the sort of higher ground areas, which is, again, a big positive. You know, if we end up getting our camera out, it's only going to add a little bit of interest to our photographs. So yeah, one last thing as well, I am going to be searching for my March image for my landscape photography calendar today, but not feeling too much pressure or anything like that, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, beautiful landscapes, beautiful weather, what more could you want? Let's go and explore. Right, so that is us pretty much at the top of the Roaches here in the Peak District National Park. Absolutely gorgeous. The trig point's actually just behind me up there, which is terribly windy once you get up there. It's very difficult to film, so I thought I'd give it a miss. And yeah, the first thing that I want to say about this place is, well, two things really. Firstly, there's a hell of a lot of variety up here. Obviously, you've got these beautiful, vast views like this they'll change as the seasons progress throughout the year. You know, you've got all this snow up here in the winter months, then come the end of summer, all this heather's going to turn into a beautiful purple colour. So a lot of variety in that sense. And then back towards where we started the video, which is in this direction, there was a couple of sort of Scots pine woodlands. So a lot of variety in a small area, which is fantastic to come with your camera, of course. And in the right conditions, you could end up leaving with a lot of great photographs. I really believe that. Secondly, it's really accessible. We're about 500 metres up here, but I think the hike sort of starts at about 400 metres. So, you know, you're not having to go up too much of a hill. So for people that perhaps don't trust their fitness levels, perhaps people with accessibility issues, I think it'd be a really good place to come as well, because it's easy. And obviously you're getting a real good bang for your buck with these beautiful views that you can see behind me. And of course the woodlands back in that direction as well. In terms of landscape photography for myself, I'm going to head back that way where we started the video. There's a lot more over there in terms of foreground. There's a lot of beautiful rock formations, and I just feel the background was better over there as well. So it's been a nice little adventure up here, but I'm going to head back over that way and just sort of prepare for the sunset really, see if there's any compositions that I can find. And fingers crossed these conditions stay, although it does looks like there's a bit of a bank of cloud coming in from the west, but we shall see. Let's head back over there.
You and I, we met a Tuesday morning, sun high in the sky, and I felt free. You did your best and I ignored the warnings. Fair enough, I guess I didn't want to see.
so I've just stopped really briefly, to be honest, and it wasn't really my intention to get my camera out, but I have. You can see the scene behind me, there's the reason why. Absolutely glorious. I'm not actually going to be able to turn around and take photographs because it's too windy, you won't be able to hear me. But we've just got this incredible sort of patchwork of all the fields down there. And what's actually happened is the cloud has come in, but it's really sort of high cloud, and it's not too thick, so the sunlight is still managing to get through the clouds, but it's creating this really soft light effect that's kind of dancing its way across the landscape. It really is beautiful, and it caught my eye and I had to get my camera out. But one good thing is we don't have to use the tripod because it's middle of the day. So I've already took 2 or 3 images, and generally my settings, for anyone that's interested, you're looking at about ISO 100, f8, 1/250th of a second, so very quick shutter speed. I don't need to use my tripod there. But yeah, I've got my 55-200 lens on, and pretty much just playing with everything, guys, to be honest, like playing with my focal length and pretty much just shooting in this direction. I think I took 1 or 2 photographs where there's no sky in the frame whatsoever. It's just this sort of patchwork of all the fields, and it looks gorgeous, almost a little bit abstract in a way. And then I also took a few, you'll see a peak right off there in the distance. I took a few with that as well, with a little bit of the sky at the top, and it's gorgeous. The eye sort of looks around all the patchwork fields down there and then eventually leads up to that peak at the top. We've got a little bit of a haze in the atmosphere off in the distance as well. It's just glorious. So yeah, not my intention to get my camera out, but hopefully 1 or 2 nice shots there. So I'll put them up for you guys to see now, and then I'm going to head on back down to where we begun the video. Hope you like them.
After heading back down to a more promising area for landscape photography, I spotted an equally promising composition. As I was setting up, a fellow photographer joined me and we chatted for an hour during sunset. A large bank of cloud came in and snuffed out any chance of colour in the sky. I decided on a 2-minute long exposure, but I was content in enjoying a positive chat with my new friend about the joys and benefits of landscape photography.